Hey, it's your boy Blackwater Mo with Leonida Oranges, where we give you fresh squeezed GTA 6 content on a semi-regular basis. And while I don't work on the weekends, Cyber League obviously does. So since I've been gone, since my last video, this dude has leaked 4 new videos. I'm kind of over it, if I'm being 100% honest. Like, I feel like I've seen a lot of the content, a lot of the functionality, a lot of the gameplay. There are a couple of new things in each of the new videos, but like I don't know. I kind of feel like you've done what you're gonna do. Like, what's the end game here? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I'm still watching the leaks. I'm not that person who's like noble, like, oh, I didn't see the leaks. Like, if you follow the channel, you know I didn't see the 2022 leaks. I missed them. I was like, oh, I'll just watch them later. By the time I got off of work, Rockstar had already scorched the earth. So these leaks have been different. I have been looking at them. I'm not sharing them on the channel or anything like that, but I have been looking at them, and I've been talking about some potential, you know, functionality, mechanics, and details within the game. Because we don't even know what kind of build this dude got, how old or how new it is, if some of this stuff is going to make it in the final game, or if Rockstar is going to potentially just change everything because of this. Because, that's how they operate. But I don't know. It's kind of getting old. Like I said, over the weekend, 4 new videos. Maybe it's the content of the videos that I'm really not interested in. Not that I'm not interested in, but he did the one that I'm about to talk about, which is a gas station. He did some robberies, but then he did a night plane one, like a plane at nighttime, which was still cool. And then he did I want to call it a world event one, right? And then he did a strip club one, and then actually today he did a nudist colony. So that's like 5 fucking videos. And like I said, they all got stuff, but it's like now I'm at the point where I'm like, I just want to play the game. Like, I felt like we've passed that excitement threshold, and we're now into like, well, what now? Like, what are you doing, Rockstar? What are we gonna see on Netflix? Like, it'll be here before we know it, but it's still quite a ways away. Like, I was excited about the leaks, but now I'm kind of feeling like anticlimactic. Let me know what y'all think in the comments down below. That being said, though, I am gonna still break down these new leaks frame by frame and see if there's anything in there, anything excitement. There's a lot of people who have done a really good job of it already because they work on the weekends. I don't. I got small children and kids sports and stuff like that, so sorry, but I'm still gonna break them down for you. So expect a couple of videos, a few videos on it, 5 videos at least talking about that. But first, we're going to get into what I call the gas station one, which is where he robs a couple of gas stations. So getting right into it, we're in the same True Friday. Everybody refers to this True Friday Thrax, like they call it different things, but I imagine if it's supposed to be like a Bugatti, True Friday. True Friday seems like the play that they would go, but I don't know. I've heard it mentioned a bunch of ways, but True Friday seems like the right way. But he's still in the Thrax. We'll agree upon that. He's been doing a number on it. It's in real bad shape. It's like beat up. We can see in the bottom left hand corner the engine icon is over halfway gone, and the car is just smoking from the wheels and the engine behind. I do notice we see like an NPC, a box truck just parked on the side of the road. Like, does he have a flat or something? Is he fixing it? I don't know. He crosses the freeway through like a beaten path, like people drive that way pretty often, just barely missing a motorcycle. And then he pulls into the gas station, pulls up to the pump. And at the pump, we notice that there's an option for services. I assume he selects services. And then we see that, he holds the button for services, and we see refuel. is $32, which it looks like he has like no gas. So I guess $32 for a full tank in a Bugatti. That's a pretty good economy. But then to repair the vehicle is $2,429. Now I'm assuming because this is a hypercar, that's how much it costs to repair at a gas station. I don't know if that's a good price or a bad price. It's hard to tell, but it does give us an idea of the economy, right? The car is over halfway damaged, and it's about $2,500 to repair it. Uh, you know, something to think about. 32 bucks to fill up your tank from E. It looks like. Unfortunately, our character doesn't have any money, $0, so he can't refuel or repair. But we're going to put a change to that. The Jason does have two grayed out stars. I'm assuming because of the pulsing icon in the of the hypercar, the tracker. When you sit still, it pulses. So I believe that like lets the police know a better idea where it is. But when it's moving, it's hard to tell. Jason goes into the gas station, which has like the little icon of a grocery basket. Tons of like advertisements and stickers and things here. Not even going to go through all of them, but the attention to detail is crazy. He runs through the doors, both doors open. I love those animations. We see sunglasses. We see like scratch our tickets. We see a NPC, a card reader, not an NPC, but like a card reader. Looks like there's drinks, like a fountain machine to the left, a bunch of little knickknacks like roller grill stuff. We see as he gets close to the donuts, you can buy a glazed donut for $3. That seems like a pretty reasonable price, if I do say so myself. Jason opens up the weapon wheel. We see a bunch of stickers here about police. I mean, not police, aliens, Area 69. Jason goes back here and immediately slaps the clerk, knocks his hat off. His hair physics are crazy. And then he just goes right into an uppercut that just knocks blood everywhere, maybe even a tooth. He looks like he's about to hit him again, and then he stops. He has a pickup prompt. He doesn't pick him up. I don't know what prompt he selected to hit the cash register, but now he can take the cash, and then he's taking 4 stacks of money. The first one is $700, then $540, $200, and $20 for a grand total of $1,460. I like how he just jumps over the counter. Just one animation of jumping right over the counter. And then we see all of the goods in the store, like on the shelves and stuff. Looks like you can actually interact with those things, like we talked about with the donuts. Like that's just cool to me. And then we see engine oil and also tires outside, which makes sense for, repairing your car at a gas station. Now that Jason's robbed this gas station, we have 2 full red stars, and we see a sheriff and a sheriff truck, which I don't think we saw that before. Pretty cool. Sheriff truck pull up, and the sheriff hops out, and Jason's stars go from flashing to red. I do want to point out that the cop at 2 stars doesn't immediately try to execute Jason. He doesn't even have a gun drawn. Oh, no, he does have a gun drawn. But he doesn't try to kill him right away, which is, interesting. Somebody said they value life, which I thought was an interesting perspective. Looks like we see a clothing store on the map as well. A little icon of a shirt like that you can zip up or unzip. But if the cops value life, you know how they do the role play and stuff like that. And in GTA Online, you can be cops and stuff like that. And I noticed in the taser leak, there's so many ways to non-lethally subdue people. Maybe that's one focus of the police here. Is like he's got 2 stars and he just didn't start shooting at him, which is seems like that should be logical. But hey, potato tomato. Jason is flying through the traffic and he goes to another gas station with a food mart, pulls up to the tank, though he can't afford gas now, doesn't get any, runs into the Zero gas station that has an already propped open door, opens the weapon wheel and switches to the Girardi ES9, which, if we remember from the pre-order the Ultimate Edition. This is Jason's custom. So Lucia has the Close 17, which is like a Glock, and then this Girardi is like a Beretta, I believe, the ES9. He switches to his ES9, and he's just running around. There's NPCs in the store. There's two ladies talking to each other, and then one lady isolated, as well as the clerk. It looks like Jason doesn't know where the clerk is. His full intention is to rob this place, or he's just showing us around the store and all of the things in the store, how cool the store looks. They have Slurpees. Can I get a Slurpee there? The clerk says, "Put the weapon away." I won't say it again. And then Jason just runs up to her and immediately aims his weapon with one hand. The reticle is just a single dot. And then he shoots her. The whole screen goes red. So I don't know if she's dead already. It looks like there's a little X on her. We'll talk more about that in another video, which means she is dead. One thing I want to point out, though, is Jason is shooting this with just one hand. He's not holding the gun with two hands like we see in his in some of the official artwork. He's just shooting one hand, free hand. Looks like he's just using the right trigger instead of holding the left trigger to aim. He's just tapping the right trigger and shooting her. And it appeared to be somewhat accurate given the proximity. It was pretty close. Goes back and gets more cash, $650, $480, $180, and $11. And then he hops over the counter again. Two ladies, the NPCs reacting. They're like on the floor down. I don't even see the third NPC. Jason runs back out to the car, and then we see Capri pop up on the screen. That is where he is located. We see the words Capri pop up. Jason jumps back into True Friday. A police officer tries to cut him off. He just goes around high speed he switches. So we notices a bunch of times whilst he's driving the car, he switches from the weapon in his hand to his just regular fist to unarmed. I don't know why he does that in the car, but it does appear that you have the full access to your weapon wheel in the car. Jason speeding down the highway, and then in true GTA fashion, the NPC gets into his lane, causing him to wreck into the car. But we go into this super cool slow motion car wreck, and I wonder if this is like when the car dies, because his front wheel pops off, the front bumper pops off, and this car, I would say, is done. It looks like he's still pushing it. And then that's the scene. But the tire pops off. That's crazy, to me. And then we get what everybody was wanting. We see Jason going into the Lighters Cabaret, which is a strip club or something. So as soon as we come on screen, we see the red lighting, and it fully consumes Jason's like outfit and clothes. Like the lighting, the reflections are, amazing. And then we also see a pop up on screen that says vehicle heat cleared with the little icon of the car. So I don't know what requirements are needed to meet that. But we also see on the mini map, we see the strip club icon. We see a gas station icon, and it looks like there's also a food mart icon, as well as just a green pin. Jason walks up to the entrance, and we can see that the biker club from the Ambrosia are all over the place. And as soon as we walk in, we see a big neon sign, says no refunds on the right. And straight ahead, it says open for business with a lady with like a kicking leg animation. And then we see Jason turns the corner, and then there's a dancer on stage behind some sort of bars. And then we also see another member of the biker gang. They appear to be the Muscle here, or this appears to be their club. And then we see live nudes, neon sign on the wall, and that is the scene. Like I said, this one was really exciting to me because it had, like I said, the gunplay for one. We see shooting, we see robbing, and we see him rob multiple stores really quickly. On one of the robberies, the first one, I believe there was a pop up that said, "This store is not going to service you," or something like that. Like, so you can rob multiple stores really quickly. It was just really, it gave a lot of new mechanics that I was excited and that I was looking for. So no complaints about that one.
They are not old, yeah. Sweet on the tongue.